So I just remembered something. Right. So what I remembered was that the drone recorded telemetry on the flight map, and you know when I was with Dave on the beach, and he said I lost it. It was drifting. I was turning, you see, to face the hotel because I wanted to see the satellites. Obviously I won't see satellites now because I'm indoors. Now some of the features in this app, yeah, you need where the hell is it? Oh, in order to get the map to work, you ideally need to cache in the map, because when you're out on the beach. So when we were down on the beach, we were about here, and where the star map is. So it's always a good idea to get the map to load and cache in so that it's there for when you need it. So I thought I'd do that to show you. So that's a little tip. And the other thing as well, that's where the Holbeck Hall used to be, and it's all path walkways now, but that's where the Holbeck Hall used to be, right in the middle there. Anyway, let's go back to the drone, because I had to load it and power up the drone just because the data is stored on the drone itself, right? So the previous flight, let's see, where is it? Yeah, I was set for 60 meters maximum height there. So that's what I went up to. I set my distance limit to 50 meters, so it couldn't go any further than 50 meters anyway. It would have fought back. Right, so I'll close that out. Now the flight data, it's like it's a map. It records the pattern. So I can't remember which day it was now, but I'm pretty sure I'll know where it is because it's the only flight I've had on this drone on the beach. So I think it might be this menu. What's this one? Ah, it's in here. Mileage, it says how many meters I've done, 106 meters total. Duration is 1057 seconds, I think. Details, let's click on details. Ah, this could be the one. This is my flight record. Now, I don't know what's happened to the video resolution, whether or not it's gone all wonky on you. You might have to tilt your head to the side to look at this, I don't know, but right, so the last flight, the flight that I'm looking at will be 12 December the 19th. So that is where I did 50 meters. The flight, I think it's that one. Duration 525 seconds. Some of these other ones are irrelevant. There's the ones where it was indoors and I was moving the drone around like I'm doing now, where it's powered up but it's not actually flying. So I think it was this one. Right. I think it was this one. Oh, you can play it back. Oh my god, I didn't realise you could do that. Oh my god, I didn't realise you could do that. You can play it back. Holy cow. So anyway, I don't know what the video resolution is like for you, but this is not the one I want though, because it's in the wrong place. Oh, maybe it's because I haven't got GPS on my phone. That's probably why. Let me just stop that. Let's go back. It says loiter at the top. I'm a loiterer. I did 2 flights, didn't I, on the 19th? So it must be this one at the top, these top ones, where I did 15 metres and 50 metres, because I did a hover outside the Grand Hotel, and we also went further down to the South Bay, and so it's these top ones. Has to be these. Let me click on this one. Right, my map, my GPS is not. Oh, let me just click on something on this screen, because maybe I have. Oh, no. Hang on, where's my It's not showing me where I was, it's showing me where It's actually showing me where I am, I think. I want to see where I was. The orange thing there, look, that's it, that's where I was, that's it. So the orange dot, that's me on that orange thing there. That's when I was flying with Dave. On those wiggly lines, those are the movements it made. So let's play it. Right. So I was hovering mostly. So you can actually see. Yeah, that's it. So the orange. Let's zoom in a bit more. I can't zoom in any more than that. So that was when we were down at the. Yeah, that's it. So the wind resistance that I was experiencing, those lines are, when I was correcting it, I was moving away from that wall, because there's a wall down there. So that's cool that you can actually replay your actual flight. That's brilliant. So I wanted to share this. So this is the second flight I did on the beach. So am I still recording this, by the way, with the screen? Yeah, screen capturing. Yeah. So I'll move this orange dot down here a bit, because it's blocking the telemetry data at the top. So you can see the battery at the top right hand corner. Actually, I don't know if it's the top right hand corner, because I don't know which way up the screen is for you, but it's the top of the menu, which might be, I don't know, to your right or something. But it's actually showing me the satellites I had. Wow, that's brilliant. It's showing me how many satellites I actually had at the time, what my battery voltage was. It's recorded that data. It's also recorded the total duration of the flight, which was basically me hovering, right? It's recorded the duration, and it's recorded horizontal speed, vertical speed, distance, and altitude. So yeah, that's quite impressive. So remember, I was hovering mainly. I wasn't technically flying around. Oh, it moved there though. It went there. I did a zigzag, because that was when I moved away from the wall, because yeah, that's it. That's where I moved away from the wall. So the blue bit is the drone. The blue thing moving around is the actual drone. And the GPS coordinates, it's recorded in the telemetry. So I'm actually watching this in real time. So you can actually see that I'm not speeding this up, because that's kind of cheating. But the battery was at 7.32 volts, and that was on the 19th of December, when me and Dave went down to the beach. So that's where I hovered for quite a while before I think I actually landed in that place, because I thought, there might be a line coming back, but some of them lines could be where I picked the drone up and put it on the wall, but I don't think so. I think it only recorded the actual flight. And if you look at the bottom, it's got the GPS coordinates where that green line is. It's showing the actually where I was during the flight, or hover. I was just hovering. So this is kind of because of the way this works, and of course it's useful in if you do something illegal, the police could actually use this data to prosecute people who actually fly over crowds of people on specific dates and times. So this is kind of useful because it also can prove you're innocent as well if you haven't actually. If somebody says you did something and you never did, this data can actually prove that you didn't do it, which is really good because if you get a witness who claims you did something that you didn't do, it's word of mouth. But when you've got this kind of data, the recording of your actual flight, you know, that's really cool. So the first flight, so my battery was at this point was so the total duration of the flight at that point was for about 5 minutes, maybe four. It's about to end actually, 4.5 minutes roughly. So the battery. This is when I landed because the battery voltage was dropping and that it stopped there. So it's basically 4 minutes and 23 seconds. So it's about 4.5 minutes. So the second flight was about call it 4.5 minutes. I was fighting a lot of wind though, so that's cool. Now let's go to the previous. Let's go to the previous. If I can get to it. There I am. That's where we were on the beach. Right. So the Grand Hotel is. Where? Can't tell from the top. It's difficult. Oh, it's right in the middle of the screen right now. It's right in the middle of the screen. So that's where we were. So if I zoom into the drone, I actually make. Oh God, I made a lot of movements down there. Let's play this. So now remember the second flight was 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So this battery is actually more charged up here because it's at 8.33 volts. I've got 19 satellites. I had 19 satellites rather because we're actually looking at history now. And it had a total mileage of 50 meters, which is kind of small, I suppose, because that would be all this moving around I did. But some of that was due to the wind blowing my drone around. So at the moment where the blue thing is on the left hand side of the screen, I'm looking at it with my phone, so it's at a funny angle. So that's where I started, and I turned it around. Yeah, we can see it turning. Actually, I was trying to read the display because the display was so difficult to read. So I had to point it at the hotel because it was a grey background, sort of, well, a different colour background, and I could read the text then. I'm not sure what the orange bit is. Oh, there we go. So that's when I was moving it around a bit. So I am zoomed in quite a lot, by the way. Right, so that's when I was moving around a bit. So at that moment, duration was about 1.5 minutes so far. And battery was at 8.17 volts, 24 satellites. Distance travelled 4 meters. I haven't really moved actually. It's just horizontal speed is basically 0. Milliseconds or whatever. Because I'm not really moving right now. Altitude 11.2 meters. That's right. That's what I was at. So yeah, this is cool. I hope it's recording on my screen capture software. So this was quite a long duration of hovering. A little bit of flying around on the beach. You can actually see the drone move around. So the altitude at this moment is about 8 meters. Distance 4 meters. So all the white lines are the path that the drone's taken. So, and there's a reason why it's all bunched up where it is at the moment, is because of the wind buffeting it, and it was it was going a lot of zigzagging, and it was just bouncing around over, well, basically over a few, well, about probably within 2 or 3 feet. That's why the meters aren't changing there. They're actually not changing. If you look at the distance, the meters haven't gone up because it's basically in the same spot. And the total duration so far is 3 minutes 47 seconds. It's getting up for... The reason I'm reading it out is because I'm not even sure if this is going to come out on the screen capture. I don't know yet. But 4 minutes flight duration. So if you add that to the other flight duration, that's a total of 8 minutes. So that's good. That means the drone can actually fly in total for about at least 8 minutes. And my guess is it can do 10 minutes, but that's just hovering, you know, not really moving around much. And let's see, where am I now? So at some point, I think it was when I climbed up to, I initially thought it was 80 meters, but it was 60. So initially when I climbed up to an altitude of 60 meters, it actually drifted a bit. So if I zoom out a minute, you can see it actually drifted down the beach. It wasn't actually going towards the hotel. So if we look at the altitude, it's at 4.5 meters right now. So I'm looking to see at what point it goes up to 60 meters. I think I went up to about 58 meters actually, or 59. I was about a meter short. That's because I was pulling down on the stick. Dave said, "Oh, you're losing it," and I thought, yeah, I got a bit anxious, and he thought I was panicking, but I wasn't. I was just getting a bit anxious, and I pulled down on the altitude to pull it down, so it didn't actually get to 60 meters. It only got up to, this is it, where we're climbing, look, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is where, oh, maybe not, no, I stopped at 17 meters altitude, so this isn't where I'm climbing. The total duration of this flight is so far is 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Return to home is running, it says. Wow. Oh, is that now? That might be right now, because I'm not sure if that's actually what's going on with this, because I wasn't getting... There we go. 50. Look at the altitude. 58 meters, 59 meters. This is where I climbed up to 59 meters. Now look at the path of the drone on the map. See how far it drifts? It hardly drifted at all, really. It drifted a bit. It's probably going to go down that white line. As I was bringing it back down again, it started to drift. Look at that. That's when the wind blew it towards the sea. So the drone is now going down that white line, and it went out a bit, it went down the beach rather than towards the hotel. So that's good. It's a good thing it didn't go towards the hotel. It would have been worrying. So it went down the beach. It's following that white line right now, and it's only gone about 9 meters total distance. Following all that white line, it's going, right, we're still losing altitude, 18 metres. It's following that white line all the way back to home, which we're just doing now. We're back at 11 metres, and this is when I operated the control on the joystick to bring it back to me, because it only drifted a little bit. So it's always good to analyse this stuff. So look at the total duration so far of this flight. 7 minutes. It's almost getting up at 8 minutes. So if you add that to the other 4 minutes and 25 seconds, was it? Yeah, 4 minutes 25 seconds. That's 12 minutes and 20. That's 12 minutes and 25 seconds, more or less, in a minute. Well, in 20 seconds it will be. So it's almost a 12-minute flight. Even though I wasn't really flying around much, I was just hovering and stuff. So we're almost back to that, following that white line. I assume that when that white line is, there's no longer any white showing, that's when I land. So the total duration now is 8 minutes and 7 seconds, 8 minutes 10. And that's the total mileage of this flight, 50 metres. It just basically going round in circles. That's cool, that you can actually play it back. So 8 minutes 38. It's almost at 9 minutes. That's the first flight. So if let's see, add the other, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half minutes more or less. So this drone can fly about 13 minutes. And even then I was only, when I looked at my battery afterwards, it was only down to 30%. It was actually at 25% when I landed on the second flight. This is the first flight, by the way. I played them in the wrong order. Trust me. Okay, that's it. So it ended. And so the total duration of this flight was 8 minutes and 44 seconds. So yeah, so if you add 8, actually if you add that 25 seconds onto the 44 seconds, so that's let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's about 13 minutes, give or take a few seconds. It's about 13 minutes of flight time for this drone with that one battery I've got. Because I've only got one battery at the moment. I need to get an extra one at some point, but that is impressive. All these other things, they're just indoor tests. If you look, the mileage is 0 metres. There's one there at 31 metres. I think that's when I flew in the backyard. Yeah, that was when I went up to look at the castle. So that was just in the garden. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to play that one. Look, it's very bunched up. The wind was very low that day, so I didn't really have any issues with wind. But that was, I don't know how long that was. Yeah, so it was about 4 minutes. Yeah, it ended at 4. So yeah, that's cool. These menus are so tiny. And the other stuff is indoor stuff, because if you look, there's no meters. Oh, 10 meters. I think that was a garden. No, hang on. I haven't flown this drone in the garden. Oh, that was when I went, yeah. I think I went in the front and I took it outside I was checking for GPS. That was it. I didn't actually fly it. That's why there's an orange thing, but there's no white line, because I didn't fly it, because I was just checking to see if I had GPS on it. That's really cool that it does that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this come out alright. It's very interesting. Bye for now.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.